Hello and welcome back to today's video. So I'm going to jump in with Hannibal, take out his first tier 4 units, the Libyan recruits. They are sword units now. I haven't unlocked anything, so these are completely stock units. And we're basically going to do our best, see what we can do. If you're wondering, I have on all of them, all the same. I have this, it's called Astarte Sacrifice number 4. So enough blood can buy the Lion's Blessing. Vest all units 12% plus 12 impact damage, so charging into units, and plus 7% movement speed in meters per second. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to potentially be able to run after archers if archers do end up in the game. That's the reason that is there. So a couple of the abilities before we go into the game. So we've got shield screen, so charge deflect plus 20%. So that's really good against Roman units when they do heavy cavalry charge, for example. Really good against that. Missile block chances up as well. However, they just can't move. That's the only problem with it. They can't move. So it's very limited in its capabilities, but it's overall not a bad trait. Then you have formed combat. Again, this is a very good defensive. Well, it's really good defensive, but it's not too bad offensive as well because of the charge deflect. No, it is defensive. Yeah, increases defense. So reduces mobility but increases defense. So they form basically a wall with their their shields, and the enemy, obviously it's harder to run through a wall of shields. So that's what that does. As you can see, movement goes down, everything else goes up near enough, and then the normal capabilities, which is these two. So negative ground effect modifier, melee defense, and melee attack, and then just speed. Increases speed, hence why I've got that as well as that. So hopefully if it does come to it, I can chase down some archers and actually do something to them. So let's jump straight into the battle here. We're just gonna, I mean, these are the usual stuff. As you can see, I'm now level 27. I got, what did I get? So level 26 and 27, I never got anything. But level 25, I got something like what was it? 50,000, something like 50,000 credits. But then I got like something like 300 free experience or something like that. So it's not too bad. It gets you a little bit. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to build up my free experience. And if possible, which is what I want to do, I'm going to play a few games with miltiades. Don't know, someone tell me how the hell to say that. If not, I'm going to Google it and see how the hell you say it, because it's doing my head in now. But yeah, with him, I'm basically trying to get him up to level 5, which is the same as Leonidas, because they can use the same units, and if they use the same units, it means the spears then will progress up their ranks a lot faster, because I'll be getting a lot more experience if I go from miltiades to Leonidas and just keep going back and forth to them and mixing in a couple of obviously other units here and there. So not a bad matchmaking overall. Enemy team will be very similar to us. So we are tier 4, so we've got tier 3s, tier 2s, some of them, but tier 3s mainly. A lot of tier 4 units as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each. So yeah, quite good odds. I found as well, don't deploy in the middle of this map. Hadrian's Wall is a really good map, but don't deploy in the middle. I do like Hadrian's Wall. It's actually a really good map. I say don't deploy in the middle. Unless you're a defensive unit, deploy in the middle. If you're an aggressive offensive unit, deploy on the outskirts, like whether it be up here or up there. If you're defensive artillery, potentially even archers. Archers, I would advise deploy there, artillery deploy there, and then leave these 3 spots for infantry units, defensive infantry units. Cavalry should be up there, cavalry should be there, and then infantry, archers, infantry. Okay, that's my advisement. on deployment on this map. The reason for that, so I'm going to head up here. The reason for that is because artillery needs to be in the middle, which is fine. So artillery, which is good because he's deployed down here, which is good. And then you can set up spikes in front with your infantry unit. So I'm just going to head in. They should already be up here, so as soon as we get into here, they'll probably end up getting spotted. I'm just going to head into this flag so we get some spotting. See if there's any units up here. Yeah, there is. There they are. Absolutely loads. There we go. There we go. So we got some help from some Roman units here, which is good for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to head in with this Roman guy. So we'll just head that way. Try and get on the side of them. Head in there. Head in there. Head in now. There we go. Head straight into that. Let's get some aggression going. There we go. Flank that unit, so we'll get rid of them. This Roman guy should do the same because, again, 2 players against 1 should get completely decimated. He's going to head in with them spears, but this unit should be taken care of, I would hope, by then. Come on. Right, no, I'm gonna have to deal with them. Oh, my artillery's. Oh no, it's these. Okay, we're getting overwhelmed now. See how much it can change. See, so they've headed them up, plus their cavalry, and we've got no support up here. Now I can't run away. This guy can't run away. We've literally just got to face them, and there's nothing we can do about it. Now they're gonna just overwhelm us with numbers. So they've got 4 enemy players up here overwhelming us, and quite frankly, there's nothing we can do about it now. So what we can do is potentially just form back here. Let's come back a sec. Do as much damage as we can, but again, it won't be too much. So there we go, get them back. Again, they're in phalanx, so there's not much I'll be able to do against them anyway. They've got javelins thrown into me. This horse unit should be taking care of them javelins now, but it's probably too late at this. Yeah, it's too late at this point. There's nothing that we can do about it. I'll head my units out if I can. Hopefully he doesn't die. There we go. He is head out. There we go. Head them down the hill. There's nothing they can do. 1 unit alive. His morale's going down, but hopefully it'll stay long enough for me to... Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Again, the enemy's just heading up the hill. Hopefully he doesn't see me. Yeah, there we go, he hasn't seen me. But you can see how fast it can change. Again, due to the overwhelming force, which is what I was trying to say in the last video. If you watched the last video. I was trying to highlight, depending on where the enemy deploy, as you can see, we had absolutely tons of units. No enemy at all. They're all gone. They're all dead. But on our flank, they had absolutely tons of enemy. So I'm going to head into here because there's some artillery that we can potentially take care of here. So again, in the middle, all you want is defensive units. Again, we had no one in the middle defending. So they've just completely decimated there, as well as decimated at the top, because that's where they've deployed or focused all of their firepower. And we have loads of units out of position doing absolutely nothing at all, because they've deployed all up there because they haven't looked at the mini-map to see where the actual enemy players are. And that's the biggest issue you have. I'm going to run in here. They've got a wall, they've got an infantry unit, so there's no point. I'm just going to head into this bit. There's no point because I won't be able to do nothing against them. I'll head in. Base capture wise, I won't be able to do much, but I'll at least I'll be harassing them a little bit, I guess. It'll go up so slow because I've only got 1 unit, so it'll literally be completely pointless. Say it's 1. But if they come in, which is what I'm hoping they do, they should come down and engage these, and if they do, I'll head my unit back round. Which I hope they do. I had my unit down. Oh no, there's enemy coming there. Yeah, there's nothing I can do now about it though. I mean, again, I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Did a bit of support. Hardly anybody's captured because they only got one unit, so it doesn't make a big difference. It's probably going to charge me now. No, I would. Yeah, there we go.
Show your true
There we go.
warriors.
Get what I can done. Right flank, yeah, that's a big dead boss. Yeah, so nothing I can do there. We're probably going to end up near the bottom, I would imagine, by the end of this. Where's this guy? It's probably him, isn't it? Spear units, where's the spear units? Yeah, it's probably these. Fallen, yeah, it's these guys. These guys in the middle, doing an okay job. They are bringing the score back a little bit. But again, it's hard. I mean, like I say at the start of this, it was hard because we got overwhelmed by so many. We overwhelmed at the start because it was 2 against 1, and then the enemy actually looked at their mini map, and then straight away we got outflanked by javelinmen. But we were already engaged with the enemy units, so we can't exactly turn around to face the javelinmen, and they sent in cavalry as well. So we got pretty much overrun there. If we win this, that would be good for us. Lucky for us as well, to be honest. But it'd be good. Let's go with we'll go in with him because I want to try and get that down enough so I can get him to tier 5, like I was saying in the last video as well. Personally, I think he's a better commander overall because of his abilities than Leonidas. So yeah, you got a double dose of both of these replays for this episode, because that last video wasn't obviously not the last video. The last video was dead long. It was actually longer than I thought it was going to be, but that last game wasn't very long. I'll just show you this guy though. This guy is a lot better in terms of offensive capabilities because of the charges, because of the running speed, a few bits and bobs like that. So it helps a lot. Like I say, this game personally I think rewards aggression. So the more aggressive you are, the more points you're likely to get. Okay, so the enemy's most likely going to have elephants. We do not want to deal with the elephants. If I see elephants, I'm just going to run away from them because I don't want to deal with elephants, because I'm sick to death of getting singled out by elephants and my spearmen not being able to do absolutely jack all, especially against tier 5 elephants. It's even worse when you go against tier 6 African elephants, stuff like that, because they're actually bigger, more powerful, more health, and yeah, there's literally nothing you can do. So loads of dogs as well, so they're most likely going to have dogs. A little bit of artillery. It's not bad. Overall, not a bad spread. I would have probably fancied maybe one. Well, saying that, to go, there's a bunch of archers here, so it's not that bad. Let's deploy down here for once. In fact, we could go there and flank round. Deployment wise on this map, artillery in the right place. I would suggest artillery deploy there because it's really good. Archers, all this is pretty perfect. This is where you want, that's the type of units you want there. Cavalry you want up here, but we don't have any, so elephants you would probably have up there. So let's head these down. So I don't know if that's better than with this guy or not. So I can break ranks, so increases movement speed, melee attack, defense goes down, and deflect also goes down if we get charged, for example, by the enemy team. I have again these same Olympic trials, so it adds a bit of melee defense, melee attack, stuff like that. So we're just going to head up. If we see any elephants, just turn the fuck around and run the fuck away. Oh, no we don't. No, we don't. Turn round. I'm not heading up here on my own. That's ridiculous. Where the hell's my team? This guy's heading down. He's already seen me. It's fine. I don't mind him seeing me if he hasn't seen them. dogs in here. Artillery's there. Okay, we're going to head in with this guy. Help out this guy. They're heading a spear unit down as well. Fenian hoplites as well, so that's fine. Hopefully the dogs. I want the dogs to try and come and help as well. Where's this guy going? Come back, come back, come back. Right now. He's just going to run round. I'm just going to back off. I don't want to engage at the moment. There's only one spear unit, so we should be okay overall. I just don't want to engage at the moment. I want to try. My artillery. I'm going to RT fire by me. RT. See if the artillery player can do something. Let's head in to the swords. I don't know. He's trying to avoid them. Hopefully. Oh, okay, great. Now I'm getting attacked by our archers. Don't want that. Head over this way. Come on. Head this way. Don't want to get caught out by archers. He's just going to avoid. He's just going to run round. So. I'm just curious of them archers. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and single out this infantry unit. Deal with this infantry unit and then we'll do this. So head in. Get out of the water. So here we go. We're getting targeted by okay, that's okay. So one, we're going to head up. This unit, we're going to head into the back of them. Charge straight into the back of them. There we go, good charge in there. You're going to form a phalanx, try and be as defensive as possible. You two, we're going to go do that. Head up with these. Break ranks, head the hell up, see if we can run. Get up this hill, it's fine. Try and catch up to these archers. Again, the archers are now singling me out. So just head up and attack them. They've got too many now. Too many. Break off, break off. Come on, run, 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 run. Come on. Finish, finish, finish. Need to get away from these archers. Need to kill this unit. Look how much damage he's done. That's all archer damage, so that's fine. Come on, come on, come on. Finish them. Alright, let's run. Let's run. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's get the hell away. Get the hell away. Do not want to be around here. There's too many of them. Let's get the hell away. Right, let's charge out of there. Come on. Time to increase the fatigue. No, it's fine. Run. Go, 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 go. It's fatigue from the phalanx. Yeah, that's fine. So they've come back round. So maybe we can help them. Okay, artillery's starting to target them now. Look how fast these are though in comparison. I mean, 382, that's like 40 more than like Leonidas would be able to even be capable of. So we need, what we want is we want to get up here. He's targeting me now, which is fine. Oh, there's more archers over there. For God's sakes. Archers bloody everywhere. There's nothing I can do about it as well. Literally nothing I can do about it. I'm going to go up and help this guy. I'm going to try and head them there. Head them up. Get into the back of them. Charge them. Come on. We have caught them. We've caught them. There we go. There we go. Get up. Let's get up. Let's get into them. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Into the back of these. Right, let's charge into them. Come on, get up there. Come on. See, look how much faster I am now. Leonidas would never be able to do this. Like, literally never be able to do this. Let's get in there. But because I can keep up with them, they can never turn round and fire at me. Not as well as they should be able to. Come on, charge. Let's get in there. We'll catch them eventually. We will catch them. There we go. So they're down there now. Let's charge up. Deal with them. They can deal with them. I'm not going to bother dealing with them. I'm just going to head round here and I'm going to help out in the middle. Come on. You nearly caught them. They have caught them. Come on. Give us that charge. Give us the charge. Come on. Head down. Head down. There you go. We caught them. Charge. Bosh. There we go. Bosh. There it is. Charge down. There it is. Caught them. Routing them. See? This is what I'm trying to tell you. This guy is 20 million times better than Leonidas. No way Leonidas would have been able to ever have caught these archers due to this ability. This ability is amazing. This is why I say to you, if you're going to unlock anyone, unlock him first. Because this is what he can do. These never going to get away from me now. I'm always going to be able to catch these. Right, you get in the cap, start getting some base capture points. These are never going to be able to outrun me. Never going to be able to outrun me. And the fact that I've got horses there as well. So the horses are going to do quite a lot of damage. Going to smash into me as well. Dumbos. But yeah. There they are. There we go. Bosh. Straight into them. Get them round. Dogs are heading into them as well. I'm getting some base capture points as well. So this is melee defense. And what we're going to do is we're just going to turn that off now. And we're going to get into the backs of these spear units. Just head away for a minute. And then charge into the backs of these. And then, you know, this guy's abilities are amazing. In comparison to Leonidas's, the abilities are so much better. I'm just going to try and get as much points as I can actually. Get into the backs of them as well. Charge in there as well. There we go. Straight into the back. Bosh. Won the game. And that was literally couldn't have been a better example in that match. Could not have been a better example to why this guy is better than this guy. You always find that the losing team player, the best player on the losing team will always be, 9 times out of 10 I have found, will be a Leonidas character. The winning player, 9 times out of 10 will never be a Leonidas character. It'll be, if it's between them, it'll be this guy. This guy, on an aggressive standpoint, is so much better than Leonidas. And as proven, what was that one? The Hannibal game. Okay, we lost the Hannibal game, which is very not surprising. Again, not too fussed. But this game couldn't have been more of an overwhelming. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, aggression. I mean, the only other one that beat us on aggression was this infantry unit, which technically speaking they should, because they're the sword unit, so they should be beating us hands down anyway. It's because I got some base capture points as well. But I mean, it couldn't have been an overwhelmingly more obvious choice for me personally. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't need them, the points. I don't need that points, but what I can do, hopefully, if
True
fingers
son
crossed.
of Athens.
So it didn't go up much, did it? So 6,000 to go, or 6,000 XP to go. I've got 2,003 XP. So what I want to do, like I say, I want to try and get him to tier 5. Because when I get to tier 5, he gets this fear ability as well. So his movement speed drops, melee defense drops, and it drops his morale. That's on an enemy unit though, so that's not on you. You know what I mean? So what you can do is, before you go into combat, providing you're within the radius, because every unit has a radius, a minimum range of where your abilities and stuff like that can go to. So just as you're heading into that engagement, like say it's with spears, or, well, more so as it says here, there you go, melee infantry and melee cavalry. So you're looking at sword units, stuff like that. So just before you head into it, you smack that ability, hit that ability, it drops their defense, drops their morale, and their movement speed, so they can't outrun you. Again, you could do this with archers. They can't outrun you at this point. And then straight away, smacking the infantry charge gives you an acceleration, movement speed, and impact damage, and you could potentially even pair it with this. So already be in this, and then click the infantry charge. They stack on top of each other, and then your impact damage is going to be absolutely insane. Your movement speed is going to be insane as well. And pair it with this. I mean, that's they're going to crumble, easily going to crumble. Which is why this is why I think Leonidas is not as good as him. I wish now I had put more effort into him originally than Leonidas. It's because Leonidas was an iconic name. That's why I didn't. But yeah, hopefully this video indicates why you should go with him, not Leonidas. If you've gone with Leonidas previously, just stop what you're doing, unlock miltiades, and then go through with him with spears, because you'll get such better rewards. And to be honest, it's probably more engaging and fun gameplay, because for example, like I proved, archers can't outrun you, they can't single you out like they would with Leonidas. Yeah, Leonidas has that ability, the fight and shields, but look at the movement speed. Archers are just going to run rings around you all day, every day, especially if you've got 3 units of archers. All you need to do is just run them in 3 different directions, surround the unit, fire on it from every angle, 3 different angles, and that's it. That's all you can do. That's it. And if you get charged, well, goodbye to your melee defense. So your 600 and whatever or 700 melee defense, because oh yeah, you just lost 60% of it because you're in that fighting in shades, because you're trying to deflect from the arrows, which only deflects from plus 35, which is absolutely crap, just so you know. This is why I think he's underwhelming, and he needs some of these statistics changed and altered, I personally think. But hey ho, hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a little bit shorter than the last one. Not too much shorter though. 20 minutes or so I think it was. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. Go and get your friends. Get them to subscribe. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to leave comments on your thoughts. Bye bye for now.